All right, so here we are at the rig now with the Hedgehog. You want to go hands-on? You get to actually feel it.
I know.
It really exists.
It really exists. Okay, tell me all about it.
All right, so I've got one set up here, and I've got one out here. So starting at the front, it is going to come with a little card that's in the slot already, which is basically one side is urban survival tips, and the other side is backpacking essentials. So you could leave that card in there or take it out, and when you go out, it's a reminder of, hey, maybe I forgot this or forgot that, or like you know, when you're hotel traveling, like what floor should you stay on when stuff goes wrong? What's the best floor to stay on? So just some tips on that.
Okay.
But also, if you got multiple versions of these, or you want to, you put your name on there or your business card or whatever, that's that.
Awesome.
And then the concept of it, it's the Hedgehog Toiletry Roll, but it really acts like a bag when it's rolled up. And so it's got this little hardware piece here that will kind of help keep the top nice and tight. But you basically, when you grab this little red piece here and you pull, that takes the tension off the cord and loosens that up.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm not like fighting the bag just to get it open.
No, it's just an easy one pull that does all that.
That's awesome.
And now this is the roll part of it. So it does actually roll out.
Okay, like this.
Now we have it as seen there.
Okay.
So main concept of this is you should, no matter what kind of travel you're doing, you should be able to unroll it, hang it, and live out of it.
Okay.
There shouldn't be a ton of extra work having to take stuff out. Where am I going to set stuff?
Right.
So first thing you need to do obviously is hang it, and in the top compartment right here, there's a hook.
Okay.
And so common times you'll do, hooking over all kinds of stuff. It could be a tree, it could be a roof rack, it could be a whatever. Sometimes what you want to hang it on is too big and the hook doesn't work. And that's what we found here on your truck's rack. And on the back side, we have a G-hook, right, with a strap that's adjustable. Okay. So now you're able to unhook this, stretch it out, and you've got another option for mounting. So if you got something that's really big, like we did here, you'll just take that, loop it over the big piece, and hook it back into that webbing.
Options, more options,
always options, okay? So now that you've got it hanging, I'll just start from the top down, and might as well go ahead and use the one that we have set up here. Leave that guy off to the side, or you can hold it. So going from the top, mirror. A lot of times you're like truly adventure travel and you have no mirror and you don't realize what's going on. So this has a little pocket that it stores in, that's how it'll come. And you can pop that out, and so now brushing your teeth or makeup, or for the guys who want to shave or whatever, you've always got a mirror with you.
That's awesome.
Little Velcro pocket here to the left for me, that's where I keep my Tylenol. Put that in there.
Tylenol.
Just Tylenol. That's a Tylenol. But it could be chapstick or contacts, little cases or whatever. Anything you want to put in there with the coated mesh, so you can actually see what's inside. Moving down to the next level, there is a zipper pocket that you can store stuff for travel in here. Okay. I've got don't laugh, to-go toilet seat covers. Right, and those work nicely in there.
You never know.
It's also a good compartment for spare teepee. Like if you're out and you carry a roll or whatever, but you're like, oh man, I ran out or I forgot the roll or whatever. Like emergency teepee, emergency teepee pocket there, good to go. This pocket here folds down. If you hand me that one again, it's a good example of kind of like during travel. So there's actually hook and loop down at the bottom that will hold this piece down during travel, and it's got the flap. So once you get deployed and you set up, you open the top here, and basically you can just tuck that back down in. And when you release that bottom part, it expands the sidewall. So now you've got volume. That's nice. And the idea of this pocket is, rather than have to dig through your stuff constantly, you take your like regular use items, constant use items, and you have options here now. So
you got a little shelf.
It's like a little shelf. And so for me, that's my toothbrush and my toothpaste, my shaving cream, my razor, my shampoos and stuff. And so it's just easy access. It makes a lighter load in the two pouches, makes it easy access. Yeah. And then you just put your stuff back in here when you're ready to go. Moving down again, obviously we have our two pouches. Now both of these pouches are removable, right?
Hey.
So if you've got makeup or some
Why
sort
do
of...
I always have makeup?
Some sort, or you don't have makeup, or you've got a first aid kit, or whatever you're doing. If you're going out for a day trip from camp or whatever, and you want to grab something quick, it's a kind of a modular, hot swappable thing
awesome.
that you do. So both of those pouches are removable. And you'll notice we put the zipper on the top side so that it opens up as like a drawer. So here you've got your countertopper, I'm not sure what you called it, but yeah, like workspace. And now you've got your drawers. You're still able to work out of them. Right. It pops open. Notice we only put one zipper pull. Yep. Too many zipper pulls ends up like, which one do I grab? What's going on? There are 2 sliders. You could add another pull if you wanted to, but this allows you just a quick and easy reach over. There's only one thing to grab, get that open. The tabs here make it easy to close. So when you want to close that, you're not having to fight the bag. And they're red, so they're easy to grab. You could just grab that, and now it's easy to close. And another one on this one that makes it easy to open. Right? So moving down to the next level, we got 2 of those.
And are these waterproof?
So this is actually, it's a coated mesh. Okay. It's 100% waterproof. This material, we do have a coating on the front and the back. It's water resistant. It does repel water if you were to like leave it outside in pouring rain for a while. Eventually water could get in, but largely water resistant.
And I'm guessing also if there was some type of like shampoo explosion inside.
Easy to clean.
Gotcha.
Easy, and we do a coating on the back side of this here so that everything's easy to wipe down.
Okay.
A lot of times you do get that explosion, your toothpaste or shampoo or whatnot leaks out. And these are, there's no holes or anything to leak out of these, so if stuff does spill, it's contained.
Okay.
Moving down to my favorite part, it's like the work bin, the storage bin.
The catch-all.
It's the catch-all. It's what it rolls into, right? When you roll it out, now you've got this great big compartment here. And for me, whenever especially if I'm established camping or whatever, I need to go shower, and so I'm walking down, and I always take my keys. I take my phone because the rig's locked, and I've got my PackTowel, and where am I going to set stuff? And this is moldy, and that's dirty, and I don't know where to go. So, I mean, you can see here, this was an easy spot. I could put my keys there, so I know they're not lost. I've got my PackTowel that's in there. My phone is now protected. It's not set down. It's not lost. It's not getting all messed up. I'm able to do that. In this case, I got 2 PackTowels, right? Now, if you get too close to the shower or rain or whatever's going on, if you look down in the bottom, you'll see a grommet.
Yes.
Right? So there's a grommet there. If water does get in, the water can now get out.
Nice.
And also for cleaning, if you spill anything in here, shampoo or something, you want to kind of hose it out or wash it down, everything's going to drain out that hole.
Great.
So we can kind of throw those back in there. Now, if you didn't want this big workspace, this kind of catch-all, another feature that we've included is it allows you to roll up this base piece, and you see that same hook that my keys are hanging from in this piece of the webbing that's on the front. You're able to pop that in there, okay? And now it's out of the way.
This is ideal for me because I'm thinking I have a dog who would like to these would become new toys. Yeah. So I'd have to hide it.
So you could roll that up, and then if you wanted to even roll up the whole piece this way, that same hook that we're using here, that webbing runs along the whole width of the back side.
Oh, okay.
Right? And so you could leave that rolled up if you wanted to, and then that hook, depending on how much stuff you have in here, you just pick the one, and then you can cinch that down and make that tight.
More options.
So, yeah, and then when you're done, just put your stuff back inside here, and it rolls up.
Voila.
One more thing, pro tip.
Oh gosh.
This also actually works as a mini tool roll. Right?
Good.
So
for sure.
if you have like an ATV or something smaller, or you have a smaller tool set or tool kit, right? We'll talk about the tool roll, the pangolin,
right.
But this is actually kind of like a mini version of that. Smaller tools, you still got your workspace off to the side, and if you didn't need as much room, you could also use this as a tool roll.
That's awesome.
Roll it back up.
And that's becoming, the ATV world, UTVs, all that has become
You don't have
popular.
a lot of room, you don't have as much weight. So that same hardware that we used to pull it off, now you grab the little piece, now you're going to grab the longer pull. Pulling this also releases the tension on that. And it's just two-handed pull like that. That releases the tension, this one pulls the cord through, you can tuck that in, you're back to a bag.
It's great.
When you need to use it again, it's as easy as that one-handed pull, one action opens it up.
Perfect. Thank
and
you
then you're
very
off
much.
and running.
Thank you very much.
Yep. That's the Hedgehog.
Awesome.